Would you like a sneaky little trick to increase your magnetism, your hold over your YouTube audience? And how does such a technique relate to that television show Forensic Files? Lastly, what does YouTube retention rate have to do with astrophysics? The answers to these burning questions I will have for you right after this. Hey there, it's Sean here, also known as Bits of Real Panther. I hope you are having a stellar day, my friend. I would like to welcome you to my channel, my haven, if you will, a place where we explore all things pragmatic, comedic, intellectual, creative, musical, and anything else of that kind. In today's video, I will teach you a simple little trick that you can use to increase your video's retention rate. Retention rate being the amount of time that a viewer remains watching that video. Later, I will reveal to you the location of Nancy the Ninja, who is hiding somewhere in this video. So keep your eyes peeled for her. And lastly, we will conclude with the word of the day. Okay, buckwheat, let's get started. If you are unfamiliar with the television show Forensic Files, it is a non-fiction show focusing on the application of the forensic sciences to solve crimes and to determine causes in those cases initially appearing to be crimes. It is a very good show. I would highly recommend that you check it out. However, the content of that show is not actually relevant to this discussion. It is the presentation that here interests us. Please allow me to explain. Originally, television shows all followed a very specific pattern. They would begin with the show's trailer, followed by a series of commercials, followed by the body of the episode with commercials mixed in, and then would end with more commercials following that ending before the next episode would begin. This cycle would then repeat. Well, people began to figure out that once an episode of a show had ended in the time following that ending, this being commercials and the trailer to the next show, that people would either change the station or would turn off the television, as everything in that episode, the plot or whatever, had been resolved. There really was no reason to stick around. Later, producers of television shows began putting in a hook before showing the trailer, a hook being something that piques the curiosity of the audience. Still, however, there was that period of commercials between episodes that allowed the viewing audience to go elsewhere. Producers of television shows like Forensic Files removed all of the commercials between episodes, thereby not allowing the viewer time to change the station. One episode would end and the next would begin without interruption, essentially keeping the viewer's attention. Well, what I have found is that speaking this way in your videos yields exactly the same results. By eliminating that little pause between sentences, you can keep your viewers engaged because you allow them no opportunity to click away, unless of course they want to leave mid-sentence, and who wants to do that? Moreover, you can increase the suspense, the need for resolution within a sentence by putting pauses before you provide the resolution to that sentence. For example, see, there is the suspense. What is the example he's talking about? You were waiting for that resolution. Notice too that those two sentences, they had no break between them. By putting pauses right before you provide the resolution of that sentence, for example, there is no pause there. You see, the audience will continue watching your video simply because there is no clear point at which to leave. By now, you might be asking, okay, Bits of Real Panther, how does this Forensic Files retention technique apply to astrophysics? Well, I have an answer for you. However, before I provide that answer, I would like to invite you to subscribe to this channel if you enjoy content of this kind. We would absolutely love to have you as part of this awesome community. Okay, the answer to that question. Neil deGrasse Tyson, who has of course a background in astrophysics, is a master of the Forensic Files retention technique. When he speaks, he likes to put his pauses, often very dramatic pauses, in the middle of sentences, creating an almost adhesive quality when he speaks. It is basically impossible to get away from him without having to leave in the middle of an incomplete thought. And that brings this video to a close. If you found this video helpful, please remember to hit that like button and post a comment in the section below. Also, please let me know if you managed to spot Nancy the Ninja, who was hiding very cleverly earlier in this video. Lastly, we have the word of the video, sponsored in full by these two productions here. And that video word is macrophobia. Macrophobia, the fear of prolonged waiting. Keep your eye on the prize, and I will see you next time.